Hey Deckers, today I want to talk to you about a different style of dock. This one is from Syntech and one of the lowest profile front facing docks that we've come across. Huge thanks to Syntech for sponsoring this video. That means that you have this completely ad free, and if you want to pick this up you can use the link in the description and comments below, and we may get a small commission to help out the channel. As you can see, this is a very different style of dock with the curved back for the inputs. Input wise, it does have HDMI 2 for the 4K at 60Hz, gigabit Ethernet, 3 USB-A 3.0 and the USB-C power distribution for up to 100 watts. Now the only minor downside of having such a low profile front section is you do have to get it pretty much exact in the middle, otherwise it does flop about a little bit and it can have a tendency to flop down the side slightly when pressing the power button or using it in docked mode. You'll also notice that it does very slightly block the rear port both in a case and without a case. It fits just fine without a case as well. Again, you just need to find that balance. As you can see from the rear vent, it half covers the very last vent, which is much less than most others that we've seen. The cable that connects to the deck is quite long and it is a little bit unsightly compared to some of the others, and it does overhang slightly forwards on the deck, so it is quite easy to flick off with your thumb if needed. The curved back for the inputs can make it a little bit challenging depending on your arrangement for things like your HDMI. You may need to move cables around or reposition where your Steam Deck is to get the most out of that, to make sure that you get the best space saving. Other than that, we had no issues with the inputs, although what we have found is that because of the length of the top cable, it can be quite temperamental in staying connected. If, like me, you get docks to mostly do coverage for recording on the Steam Deck, and you want to pick up and use the Steam Deck, then unfortunately this does seem to disconnect occasionally, making it not viable to use as a controller to play on the Steam Deck while docked. So I will say if you're going to use this, you'd want to be using an external controller or keyboard and mouse when in docked mode. Another issue that we came across, and I'm not sure whether this is just a SteamOS 3.5 issue in general, but this dock just did not work with the new beta SteamOS 3.5. I got it to work at once in 1080p mode, but none of the other resolutions would work in SteamOS 3.5 for some reason. Obviously that is a beta OS and is still working out a lot of kinks, so don't take that as a major problem right now. But on the stable channel for Steam Deck, this had no issues at all at both the 1980 resolution, upscaled 4K, which you can see here with LEGO 2K Drive. You can tell that it's the upscaled 4K because it's a little bit grainy. But then if we go and force the resolution of the game up to 4K, you'll see that when we run this up again, we have the full 4K resolution in LEGO 2K Drive again. Overall, this is a fantastic little dock if you want something a little bit different and to have a very small form factor on the front section, as it looks like it's just floating and you have a decent position for those outputs. Let us know in the comments below if this is a dock that you are interested in, and we'll leave the links for you to purchase below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.